My name is Jen Cushman. I am an empathic intuitive and energy practitioner and a master practitioner in neurolinguistic programming, mental emotional release, and hypnotherapy. And I am here today on December 9th to talk a little bit about vision boards and about wrapping up the 2024 year and getting ready for 2025 year. Okay. Now, you guys know I am a huge proponent of doing vision boards. I've been doing them for a long time. I really enjoy them. I learned about them a lot way before I started my NLP work, way before I started a lot of stuff, when I really started learning about manifestation and how, the law of attraction, manifestation, and the things that I wanted to do. Now, I have to be honest with you. A lot of my early vision boards were things that I put up there because they were wants and they were desires that I wanted. But I have to tell you, I had some emotional baggage. I had some real limiting beliefs. So I wanted those things up there, but they never quite came to pass. They just never did, right? I put affirmations up there. I said all the positive things. I did everything I was supposed to do. And the problem was that, I got a lot of the things that was on my vision board to come to pass, but a lot of things did not come to pass because I still had some gunk in my pipes. I had a little bit of garbage that I needed to work through. So once I learned how to do release work, things got a lot better. Okay. We really do. We need to release those old negative emotions, release the limiting beliefs, release those thoughts that are holding us back, those things that are self-sabotaging us and keeping us from moving forward. So that's the first thing that helps to do release work that you can, do the shadow work, do the release work, do those things. And hopefully you've been doing them throughout the year. Hopefully when things have come up for you and it's been uncomfortable, it's been an uncomfortable negative emotion, you've been able to just look at what it is, see what it is, figure out what's going on, and then figure out a way to clear it, because that's what I've been talking a lot about. That's what my work is. Okay. Now, the next step after you clear it is you get that great charge. You feel like the weight has been lifted off your shoulders and you have so much clarity moving forward. And when you get that clarity, it makes it easier to take action. It makes it easier to change behaviors. It's like going through a car wash and you get done and all of a sudden you're like, wow, I've been carrying those bricks around for so long. I've let them go. I now feel lighter and brighter and I can see clearly now. You know that song that says, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Forgive me, I am not the best singer. Beth is a much better singer and she's on here, but that's really what it is. And so that is an important part of the work. Okay. Once we can do that work, then it's pretty easy to start journaling our desires, our wants, our goals, and then we can match our behaviors and our habits to those goals. Okay. So December 9th today, this is a great week for you all to be thinking about 2025. What is it? It's a time that you can look back and do some reflection. What went right this year? You guys, this was an 8 year. I kept saying that it was going to be a very physical year. That means it was really bringing, as above, so below, and then as within, so without. It was really, you spent the time bringing it down, and now it was really kind of a pushing it out year. It was a very busy year for a lot of people. A lot of things happened. There was a lot of stuff to deal with for a lot of people. Again, that's still in preparation for the 9 year that's going to be happening next year. You don't just instantly cut things off in your life. It's a process. So 8 year has been a process of learning how to release and physically do it so we can get to next year and really let those things go. Okay. So when I go and look, I want to show you my vision board. I want to show you what I did for 2024. Okay. And this, hopefully you can see it. Can you guys see my vision board? See if you can see what I had and what I have going on there. Okay. So I did my vision board a little bit differently this time. And I have to tell you that these there were two tips, and they came from Colette Baron Reed, who I really, really love. And the two tips that really changed my vision board this year was I started with the center, right? I started with the center of me and source, because I really believe that I am tuned into the spiritual, tuned into source, tuned into my higher self, and things come from spiritual, mental, emotional, and then into the physical. Or they can go from the physical to the emotion, to the mental, to the spiritual, depending on what area of life you're really working on. And so for me, coming down from the spiritual, so I put myself in the center. I did this here blue. I did the French blue that I love, my blue. I put two little hearts in here, and I did source and I did Jen. And then I did a little infinity circle. And the reason why I did the infinity circle is it was an 8-year and I did it sideways. Okay. And then I did all the stuff radiating out. Because what I have learned for me is that when I work with my higher self and I work with my spirit guides and my angels, and when I trust source in my life, then the things that I want to achieve in my life, like good communication, healthy relationships, successful career, healthy body and mind, those things flow so much easier for me when I am working in co-creation and in harmony with source, with divine love, divine intelligence. Okay. God, some people call it God. You know what I mean? A lot of people call it God, spirit. Yeah. Again, divine love, whatever your label is for the all, that's what I'm talking about. So for the first time in all the years that I have been doing a vision board, this is the first time I ever did it that way. And I have to tell you, 2024 for me, even though it was a lot and there was a lot of energy going on, and it was an 8 universal year and it was an 8 personal year for me, so it was double, it still was one of the fullest, roundest, most cohesive, most coherent years that I have really ever experienced. And I really believe it is because of this way I was thinking of source. Okay. The other thing that I did from Colette Baron Reed that I love is when you did the vision board, she said to put a border on it. And I thought that was really fascinating. I hadn't really ever thought about that before. And I thought, excuse me, how cool is that idea? Because if you think about it, by putting a border or a frame on it, you're basically making it so it is a framed image in your mind. In NLP, when we are working with people with the mind, in order to make change, one of the things we ask them is it framed or panoramic? Panoramic means it's just open, wide open space. Framed means that it has a frame around it, okay? And framed is it's more specificity than panoramic is, right? Panoramic has an openness to it, where a frame has a defined frame around it. So I like this. And so by putting this frame around it, I said, this is the frame of what I want to create this year. This is the structure of what I want to create this year. And it was very cool to be able to put this, again, this kind of structure on it. So I'm just offering this up for you. For those of you that might be doing a 2025 vision board, I want to offer this up to you as a new way of potentially doing your board and see next year if it makes a difference. This format energetically made a huge difference to me. Okay. And then the other thing I want to show you is from the top, I put my highest value at the top, which is love. Love is my highest value, and into the candle. And then I found the word straight from source and grateful. And then the other thing that I did around this frame is I wrote over and over again, thank you, spirit, thank you, spirit, thank you, spirit, thank you, spirit. So when I framed it, I also framed it in gratitude. I framed it in acting as if this already happened, right? So when I was doing this is what I wanted to create in 2024. And I said, thank you, spirit, with gratitude. And I act as if this was already happening. So also for the first time in all the years I've done vision boards, this is the first time I did a being vision board where I act as if it was already happening. And I have to tell you guys, everything on my vision board has come through this year. Every single thing. I had wondrous experiences. I had freedom. I put the bird there because freedom is the number one of my values. You know, I had peace and calm that happened. I had moments of definite peace and calm. I definitely had moments of struggle too. There's no doubt, you know. I had lead by example. You're invited to gather. This was soul stirring retreats. And we did soul stirring retreats and we had very successful soul stirring retreats this year. And it said, be strategic. I got to work on that one. Okay. I was strategic in 2024 and I had some success on it and I need to do a better job. I don't need to, I want to, right? I want to do a better job in 2025. So I have be strategic. And then I have the words, you can be humble and still achieve things. It's okay to give flowers and pay respect. And that doesn't take from your own greatness. And for me, this quote just really struck because that was a huge thing of kindness. I don't need to step on anybody to get ahead. There is not competition. Our world is abundant and there is enough for all of us. And we don't need to get into scarcity and lack. We need to get into prosperity and collaboration. And systems are tearing down because of competition, because of greed and people trying to take what is really not rightfully theirs because they've already took it and then they've already hung on to it and they're trying so hard to hang on to it. And the energy needs to move and the wealth and prosperity needs to spread. That is my personal soapbox that I'm standing on right now. So for me, I need to be kind, loving, cooperation, community. That is how I get to be prosperous, abundant, and successful. Now this here, you guys, that's the picture of La Cascade. That's the retreat. So I put that in there, arts. And then I said studio arts and mixed media workshops. And then I also, because this is my business, I tied it to it that says money is a state of mind that supports me. I allow prosperity to enter my life to a higher level than before. So that is asking the universe for prosperity. That was asking for successful retreats. Done. Check, right? We got it. I just want to show you this over here. This is really cute. This says Joyride Fun everywhere you are. Enjoy everywhere you are. Together we will find a way and happy. And then here's a little RV. And then these are the mountains and an elk and just traveling. So this was mine and Greg traveling together. This is our little gypsy van that we do and being able to get out and have amazing experiences. You know, we went to Las Vegas for his birthday. We took the van out and did Las Vegas. We've taken great little trips. Our anniversary, we didn't get on a plane and go anywhere fancy. We took our gypsy van and we went all around camping around Arizona for a long weekend. So this is my relationship. So check, did that one, right? This was another thing from straight from the source coming down for me. This was, I communicate clearly and honestly. People can trust what I have to say is true. Integrity is another value of mine. And that's another thing. Every Monday that I come on here, I want you guys to trust me. I want you to know that what I am saying with incredible amount of integrity. And even when I am marketing to you, I am marketing with integrity because for me, work is love made visible. And so the work I do is the way of putting my values out into the world. And so that's important to me that I communicate clearly and honestly. People can trust what I say is true. And then what I didn't find for, but I would follow up this year is, you know, when I mess up, I say it immediately. I immediately ask for forgiveness. I immediately do ho'oponopono and I immediately do what I need to do to make right and to get pono. So that's part of communication. So check on that one. And then this is where we get into neuroscience. You guys know I love mind science. So that was fun. And it said it should be no surprise. And yet still we marvel. Excuse me, hang on. It should be no surprise, and yet we still marvel that the mind is so intimately connected to the body. Neuroscience confirms that our minds have the power to calm, strengthen, and quite literally heal. That is a major tenet of mine, the mind-body connection, the release work, the forgiveness work, the ability to get rid of the gunk doing the shadow work, accepting us who we are in our full glory, right? Who we are at the worst of ourselves, who we are at the best of ourselves, and living our full humanity with a mind, body, soul connection is hugely important in my life and a tenet to who I am and what I stand for. So that was there. And then, of course, nourished. I love my body. I'm happy with what I am. I am whole and happy as I am right now. Always working on that one, you guys, did better, did okay. Still like always working on that one. Make life beautiful. That's a big tenet of mine. And then just calm, happy thoughts, neuroscience, and then the big 56, because that's what I am this year. Okay. Beautiful like me. So that is I just wanted to take a moment and show you my 2024 vision board and give you an example of it. Okay. In 2023, I did this big artsy board. Some of you guys took my class. I did it as a mixed media thing. It was super fun. It was okay. It was effective, but it was more about the art. I made 2024 more about the spirit. And from now on, I believe where I am right now, that it's going to continue to be about the spirit for me. So this is the time of year that I think it's great. You can do the past reflection, celebrate your wins. Okay. Yes, we had some really hard things this year. I had a lot of clients that experienced deaths of loved ones. I had clients, Laura has been through it, clients that have definitely had things like their cars spontaneously combusting, health issues, other things that happened in 2024. And they were very hard. We also had some very deep energetics this year. We had a lot of cosmic events, solar maximum, just changing of the planets in a way that hasn't been changed in so many years. Okay. So celebrate your wins. That is very, very, very important. Okay. Let's see. What else do I want to tell you about this? Celebrate your wins. Okay, move forward. And then here's the other thing I want to tell you is that 12/12, the energy of 12/12 is coming up this week, right? That's going to be Wednesday of this week. So what I would love to give you all, my beautiful magical community, right? I would love to give you all a challenge. I would like for you to have done your 2024 reflections. Think about your 2025 and the things that you want to manifest and create. Think about your values and how you're going to live your values in 2025. Your values are basically a statement of this is what is most important to me, and I am who I am when I live my values, right? And then what is it that you want to create? Focus on what you want. What do you want to create in 2025? Not what you don't want to create, okay? Because your unconscious mind doesn't know the difference between knots. It doesn't process negatives. So if you tell your unconscious mind, I don't want a lot of chaos in 2025, it's just going to say, oh, it doesn't hear, it deletes the word not, right? Just like our conscious brain distorts, deletes, and generalizes, the unconscious brain just deletes that and says, oh, she wants more chaos in 2025, right? So what do you want? I want calm, peace. I want centeredness. I want grace. I want ease. I want to be able to have a recovery strategy that when things happen to me, I can recover calmer, faster, quicker. I can get to my internal resources faster than I ever had before, right? Think about those things and then start gathering the imagery that you want to go with it. Many of you on here are artists. You can paint your own thing. You can paint it. You can draw. You can doodle it. You can pull images from a magazine. You can put words. Okay. My Hay House calendar that I get every single year, most of the affirmations that I do come from the Hay House calendar. The affirmations that I do as reels and shorts are from the Hay House calendar. It's a great resource. Okay. You can also go on and Google positive affirmations regarding mindset, positive affirmations regarding prosperity, and you can just go ahead and get those, type them on your computer, print them out, glue them and stick them onto your vision board. Now, the other thing is some of you guys are very techie and you're digital. You can do a digital vision board. Canva has an easy way to do that. They have a free version of Canva that's pretty good. The best imageries obviously are the paid version, but there is Canva that is a great way to do a vision board. The other thing I suggest is that you take a picture of your completed vision board and keep it in your photos so you can routinely go back and look at it over the year and the next year and see how's it going. Am I on task? Have I gotten off the rails? So, do I need to refocus? Did I need to get put back better on it? And that's going to help you. I believe, this is my own personal belief, but I believe that vision boards are a much more powerful tool than setting resolutions. Resolutions are always, I'm going to lose weight this year. Whatever. I gained weight this year, you guys. It was not a happy thing for me. I was doing really great. I went to France. I even did great in France. And then I ate a little bit too many French pastries because, oh my gosh, they have the best pastries in the entire world. And I ate a few too many pastries and I'm still struggling with my pastry weight. Okay. And do I kick myself for it? Yeah, when I'm not nice to myself, when I'm in my shadow, I definitely do. And I also this year have a new appreciation of my body in a way that I really haven't before. Okay. So those are just examples of things. And so, the vision board can get you back on track. Okay. I'm going to check and see if there's anything I need to talk about with vision boards or goal setting. Let me know if you have any questions. This is a time that I can answer them for you. And let me just check in with my heart if there's anything more that needs to be said. No, I feel pretty complete. I actually feel very complete on this one. More than anything, I just wanted to inspire you. I wanted to give you the example of that. And I will show you my 2025 vision board, okay? So I'll do that at a future Magic Mondays. I haven't created it yet. I'm still in the journaling process. I've done a lot of the reflection on this year. And I reflected the reason why I was writing about the French pastries just this weekend. I woke up on Saturday after the nap with Bella from the hospital visit, and I was just quietly laying in bed. She was next to me, and I sat down and I just started going over some of my reflection. And I was talking about in my reflections the amazing French pastries. And again, how blessed I am to be able to get to go to this amazing country overseas, and I get to taste something so incredible in my mouth, and that I took pleasure. I allowed myself the pleasure. So I reframed it and had a totally different way. And I wrote an entirely different thing in my journal that I would have. Okay. So I celebrate my wins in a different way. Okay.